All right, so juice is very, very high in calories. Okay, I think we all know that, but we also know that juice happens to be very delicious. So there is a clash there. So today I am going to go over some really, really great hacks for juice, give some substitutions that I think are really, really bomb.com. Okay, so before we get into that, make sure you get my Snatch Starter Kit. It is a resource in the description, completely free. It is a kit that includes some of my workouts, also some nutrition stuff, recipes, guides, things like that. It's part of a series, so you will get separate emails with different topics, different workouts, and a whole lot of good information. Okay, so a lot of it is pulled directly from my, programs, my coaching. So it is a free gift, and I would love for you to try it. So yeah, go get that. So let's go ahead and get into the topics. This is Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. My name is Tiffany. I am a certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. Okay, so as usual, this is a chat, so I have my notes in front of me so I don't forget anything. This one's a little easier because I have products in front of me to go over them. So we're gonna get through this as fast as possible. Okay, so let's get to it. So first, I just want to share some general stats about juice. So the average juice, okay, has 100 to 200 calories. It just depends on the juice. So a good example I would say is maybe orange juice and pineapple juice may be the most popular of juices, and those will range between 100 and 130 calories. Okay, and this is of course for an 8-ounce glass. Now some of us may go a little further than that, so there's always the chance that it will be even more than that. But for general consensus, it is like 100 to 200 calories. Most of the regular juices are going to be 100 to 150. Okay. So I could personally say that I love Trader Joe's pineapple juice, and I know for a fact that that one is like 120 or 130. So just giving you a range. But I'm going to go over some low calorie options, okay, today, just to give you some, kind of hack to at least lower your juice consumption to some degree. Now, of course, water is our best friend. That's no surprise. So I'm not even going to go into that. But, sometimes you just want something a little sweet. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to go through the 3 things, try to keep this as short as possible. You know how I get on my little soapboxes. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay. So I mentioned this one before in other videos, as I did a water video. Okay. And I mentioned this one in that. But body armor. Okay, this is my jam, and sorry if I'm repetitive, but I'm not sorry, not sorry. Okay. This is one of the best juice hacks, okay, that I can share with you. All right, the other 2 I have are just as good, but this one is really a great hack. Okay, because these things taste 100% like a real juice, and they're only 20 calories. Okay, that is a huge deal. When you think about the fact, if you drink, say, 2 or 3 juices a day, which I wouldn't recommend, but let's say that's where you're starting and that's what you drink on a regular basis. You have 3 of these, you're going to have 60 calories for the whole day. And if you have 3 things of pineapple juice, you're going to have 360 calories a day, assuming that they're 120 calories. So that is clearly a big difference. That is 300 calories, okay, for your whole day. So this is my number 1 hack. I also like this one because it has electrolytes in it and all kind of different nutrients. Okay, so you'll see at the bottom, if you get it, that it has all kinds of stuff: potassium, vitamin B, B6 and B12, which are very helpful for metabolism, by the way. Vitamin A, just all kinds of stuff. Okay, so this is the tropical coconut one of my favorite flavors. So if you're into like pineapple or tropical flavors, I would suggest this one. And then I also like their strawberry lemonade, and then they have a peach mango. Okay, so Really good. Just make sure it says Body Armor Light on it, because if it's the regular one, it's also going to be like 120 calories. Okay, so that is the first one. All right, the second one is to mix, okay, sparkling water with your other options. So I have three things that you can mix, okay, sparkling water with. And what this does is it gives you a hack on not only having a juice flavor, but you'll also get the added benefit of having sparkling water, which expands your stomach and gets you a little fuller than your typical water, because clearly it has, it's carbonated. So it's going to bloat you a little more, which is a little bit of a hack for not being hungry, right? So sparkling water, and what I'll do is I'll mix it with emergency. So I forgot to bring my emergency packs. I keep them up here. But emergency are the little packages that are for your immune system. So they have different flavors. Raspberry and the orange one are the ones that we use. But they have other flavors, I'm sure. And what you do is you just, instead of putting regular water with the emergency, you can put sparkling water. And this literally tastes just like juice. Okay. I also happen to put apple cider vinegar in mine, but that's just for the extra little benefit. But of course, that's going to sour it up a little bit. Okay. But I'm okay with it. But I'm just putting it out there that that may not be the thing for you. But the emergency with the sparkling water is great because you're getting sparkling water first, which I just told the benefit of the fullness. And then you're also getting emergency, which gives you a huge boost in your immune system. Okay. Now, I will go ahead and do the caveat that it's best to have real food and to eat real fruit and all that for your nutrients, but it's a shortcut. Okay. Sometimes we just want a shortcut, and that's what it is. Okay. So I'm just saying that for anyone who's going to chime in and say, no, you shouldn't be using emergency, you should be eating real food. I know that. I'm very aware. I'm just giving a hack, okay? And this is more for a fruit juice hack, and not just like subbing for nutrients, okay? So that's the first thing you mix it with. Then you can also mix it with the body armor. So this is something that I do also. So instead of drinking the whole body armor, which these are very sweet, they really do taste like fruit juices, I'll take like half the bottle or even a fourth of the bottle, depending on how much sweetness I want at the time. And I'll mix it with either sparkling water or regular water. So they give you a different kind of feel. But it's another great option because it's like juice with water. So you get the benefits of both. All right. And then you can also just mix your water with a real juice. So say you really just love the pineapple juice, or you have some of those like more filler juices. I mean, not Kool-Aid. I mean, I know some of us still get down with Kool-Aid. It could be Kool-Aid too. I know Kool-Aid is already water. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you have any of the other juices that you just happen to love, maybe you can start tweaking and throw a little bit of water in there. It would be the same principle as mixing it with this body armor. Because you'll just be mixing the juice. So you'll get some of the sweetness, and then you can add the water to get a little something. But I do love sparkling water for that. And there's a million different, flavors for this. So you can switch it up and get new flavor, options and all of that. Okay. And then the last one is something that, is basically just a full swap. Okay. So if the average, drink is going to be 100 to 200 calories, and I would say most of them are going to be 120 to probably 160. An option is just to find juices that are less calories, right? So that's a easier swap. So I brought a brand that I really love, okay? By the way, none of this is sponsored. I don't know why people think that anytime you mention something that you're getting money for it. These are just things that I get from the grocery store, on Amazon or whatever, and I use them, okay? So these are a Santa Cruz, okay? So that's the name of the company. This one is empty, okay? It is the cucumber lime one, because we just finished it. Okay. Actually, my fiance finished it. He told me today, he's like, yeah, I just went ahead and finished this off. So that's why it's empty. Okay. And then this is their peach lemonade. So this one here is only 50 calories. 50 calories for a whole glass. Okay. So we are having taking half of the regular juices and saving calories galore, especially if you're doing like the 2 drinks a day, or you're doing, even just 5 over the week. Think about that. You're going to save like, hundreds of calories. So this is a great choice. But then they have the ones that are a little bit more calories, and this would be something like the peach lemonade that I have here. But even this one is 90 calories. So it's close to the range that we're talking about, but it's not as much as the ones we're talking about, especially when you start thinking about the 120, 130 of pineapple juice, right? So you're still getting a full juice experience, but you're just cutting the calories to a degree so that over time you are getting less calories. And that really is the secret sauce of all weight loss, is that you want to gradually accumulate less calories as you go along so that you can actually lose the weight. So it's not so much about, 30 calories doesn't sound like a lot in one drink, but once you start looking at it in the larger picture, that you're drinking 3 drinks a day, okay, that's 90 calories, and then you're doing that 7 days a week. Well, now you're at 270 calories, right? So is that right? 9. But you know what I mean. So that is definitely going to make a huge difference. And then you think about 2 weeks, and then a month, and then so once you start doing these doing it over and over, it becomes a cumulative and a snowball. Okay. And then another little just side tip. Okay. So I've also done videos on liquor. Okay. So these aqua frescas, okay, so it's not, okay, let me tell you why I said agua fresca first. So this lower calorie one, they call it their agua fresca one, okay? So these are a little less calories, so that's why this one's 50, and this is their regular one. This agua fresca one, that is cucumber lime, is one of my favorites, and I use it for my alcohol. So instead of using like a mixer, which is like those sweet and sour mixers or anything like that, they are way worse than any juice you can imagine. Like, it's 90 calories just for 3 ounces. So that's what we're getting crazy, okay? So if you have like 3 drinks and you're drinking a lot of that stuff, forget about it, right? So I use a lot of the Santa Cruz drinks and juices to mix it with my cocktails. So that is another hack. It's not really what we're talking about today, because we're just talking about juice in general, but it does fit because, juices and alcohol are one of the main things that really kind of carries into a lot of people going over in their calories, because people don't count alcohol as much towards their calories as they're thinking about like cake and bread and all this other stuff. So that's just a little, sidebar. I wasn't really going to talk about that, but since I do use these for my cocktails in particular, it really does work. I've also tried the Body Armors, and they work too, but I lean towards the Santa Cruz a little more. Okay, so those are my, juice tips. So Body Armor, mixing sparkling water with something that's a lot more fruit concentrated, and then just subbing out your regular juice for a lower calorie juice. Okay, so hopefully you found all of that helpful. You can check my channel. I have other hacks of different variations. Like I said, I have the alcohol. I did a water one if you think water is boring and all that stuff. So I'll put those actually in the description if you want to take a look at those. Again, make sure you get your Snatch starter kit. Okay, so I do cover some nutrition stuff and all of that in the actual kit. So definitely go for that. And then, check out all of my options for everything else in the details as well. Okay, so Thanks for watching. Till next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.